Hey guys, welcome back. We're here with Darren Pelosi and Rich Brooks from the Private Sale Company. Welcome you guys. We're here for a chat, and we touched a little bit on negotiations last episode, but listen, we wanted to go a little bit more deep dive into negotiations in the process. I know that a lot of you guys that are looking at the private sale process are a little bit worried about the negotiations and how they roll, and so we just thought we might kind of hit that and chat and whatever. It can be scary though. I mean, it can be scary. You know, you're dealing with people and you're talking about a $1 million sale, Darren. I mean, you know, often people are talking about that, and so let's go. I mean, how did you deal? How did you what was the process for you? You know, what happened?
You're right. It is pretty scary.
Yeah.
You have ideally you have something, you have a price in mind, what you want to get. And when it comes down to the negotiations, it's, you're always going to get lowballed most of the time.
Yes.
But it's taking that and understanding why they're doing it.
You bet.
Why they are pricing your property the way they are.
Yeah.
And, it's up to myself and Cody, my partner, to look at why we're getting these so the offers coming through.
Yes.
That starts all the negotiations.
Yes.
And why they're sitting where they are.
Yep.
And basically then going back to the potential.
Yeah.
And then letting them know where we're headed with it.
You mean responding to the offers and things?
To the offers, yeah.
Because I mean, right now, I mean, let's face it. The interest rates are high. Mm-hmm. It's a buyer's market out there. People are lowballing. They're coming in low and sitting on it and wanting a bargain, and that's fine. That's what happens in this market. But actually dealing with that and working that through. It's tricky.
Yeah,
it's tricky.
Well, the important thing is you have to consider everything that comes in. You can't just knock it on its head because it's not your ideal selling price.
Yeah.
So regardless of if it's your price or not, you still got to negotiate with that particular, the potential buyer.
Yes.
And then and find your way. Whether they're just throwing that at you because of, they think the market's at this rate. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So surprisingly, the offers that came through, $100,000.
Yeah.
Below GV, and it's like, well, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But then, you ask yourself why they're doing it.
Yes.
You look at, you relook at the local market. It makes you have to look through things, and if that's where it's at, that's where it's at. Unfortunately, unfortunately with us, I'll go through everything.
Yeah. So that's the market speaking.
That's the market speaking,
and that's the market's the ultimate truth and value for a property, isn't it? And let's think about that in individual terms. Let's think about as owners, we all like to value our properties high. We always, I got a valuation on my property, and that valuation came in at, and it was a written valuation, came in at 1.4 million. Okay, so I'm telling you, 6 months later, that property sold for $925,000. Now, admittedly, the agent desperately wanted the listing, and she probably set it high, and that's what happens. Sometimes that happens. But the ultimate truth here, and this is part of the negotiations, the ultimate truth is the market speaks, and it's that person, that buyer who walks in and says, I'm going to give you this amount of money, for this property. Yeah. So I suppose that's what we're dealing with too.
Yes. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Everyone that came through the door had done their due diligence and they knew.
Yes.
Roughly around what they should be offering.
Yeah.
It's the information they give us, we take away,
yeah,
and then understand. Okay, we need to dive deeper and find out what the market's actually doing in that area.
Yes.
So throughout the properties, throughout New Zealand, there's ups and downs. So we're looking specifically in Taupo, and everything, all the correspondence we had come out of where it was headed. Yeah. Was in the right direction, so it was going up.
Absolutely.
And that made me, kind of made me realise we're sort of 6 to 12 months too early.
Yes.
But it's still, was a great negotiation tool to go back to the
and
to
it
the
probably
potential.
it would have given you the confidence, I suppose, to head to a certain pricing range.
Most definitely, because I don't want to be sitting there sort of discussing the property and the price and where it's at and have no clue that the market is going up or the market's going down. It does give me more confidence, and you back it up with the local sales, the properties, what they're selling for, and this is exactly what we did. You got properties around us, very general area.
You were amazing in this process.
Cheers.
You went and did it, man. You did the work, and I think when you're selling privately, I think there's a place where you have to get to where you decide, you get committed 100%, and you say, I'm going to do this job. It might take 2 weeks, it might take 2 months, whatever it takes. But you were committed in finding out the values and the pricing, and I think that gave you a real confidence to stick to the value that you actually ended up getting, and you got a bloody good value.
Well, in the end, most definitely. And that's because of what was coming in the door. And the correspondence we're having week on, week out. It gave us the reasons to go out and get a better understanding of it. And mate, I tell you, it was certainly worth doing. And being able to respond back to the next lot of potential buyers that would come through. Because we were more knowledgeable for it. They had the same question as the potentials the week before. And the same thing would happen again. We'd be able to answer it. We wouldn't have to go back and then reassess and look at it. And this is it's a process. It's a process that you have to go through. And the more you understand the market, the more you understand the area, the neighbours, what they're like, it all helps with the negotiations for sure. But the most important is you have to consider all offers and listen to what the potential buyer is looking for.
Pretty tough when they come in with a low offer, and it's a bit of a punch in the guts, isn't it? But I mean it happens, and really. Again, that local knowledge and spending a little bit of time on it gives you that confidence that you're in the right place and you were, and it's something that was great because you took the time to find that out, and so you could confidently say, what it was about. You could confidently kind of, give a price. Indication, I suppose, of where you wanted that to be. So, and another thing is, buy competition. This is the key, and this is where the real estate agents come in, and they'll say to someone, "Well, listen, I'll be able to get a high price for you, and I'll be able to get this and this." But it's not actually necessarily a real estate agent that is the only one that can get that. It's about buyer competition. And it's that buyer competition that drives that price higher. When you can literally say, listen, I've got someone who's offering this amount, and then you have someone else who comes in and says, well, okay, well, they've offered this amount, we'll give you, we'll offer a little bit higher. So that price competition or that buyer competition is pretty important in the process, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely. It certainly played a huge factor in getting not a huge factor, a part of the factor of getting the price up for the property. Because one person would come in, another person would come in with a slightly higher offer, and we just take that away and sort of. But it's basically using that information every time you have an open home. So you kind of don't just take that and forget about But the competition from that point was making sure that everyone was aware that came through that door the next week that there are offers on the table. And that creates that competition as well. As soon as they walk in, they talk about the property, they look at the information stuff, and you start talking to them and say, we currently have an offer on the table.
Absolutely,
we're considering it. Yada yada yada.
That's exactly. And I mean, with good marketing, that's exactly what happened with our property here. Is we had 3 couples, and they were in the same area, price area, and those guys, they were competing against each other. So obviously the marketing is going to bring those buyers in. It's got to be great marketing, to bring those people in. So you're getting a number of offers.
Yeah.
And if you're working with a number of people, I mean, that's obviously a great thing, and can help that price, go up, further. So yeah, it's interesting stuff. Okay, guys. Well, listen, that's a little bit more on negotiation. Thanks very much, Darren. I appreciate you yakking and sharing about this stuff. Pretty interesting stuff. Give us a call sometime and let's have a chat about your property and let's talk about this stuff. We're really open to talking to anyone about the process. Here at the Private Sale Company, we coach people through this process and help them become great negotiators, like Darren's become over the process. And yes, but we're really looking forward to seeing you again next episode, and where we'll discover lots more of the private sale process. Cheers, guys. Okay, thanks, Darren.
Awesome.
We'll see you next time.
Indeed.
Thanks, guys. Catch ya.